Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Orna Live for Wednesday, the 29th of April, 2026. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I think I'll be joined by Martin in a while. I don't think Orla's on. I'll send Ferg the link to see does he want to come on. But yeah, we have a bit of a packed show here now. We talk about this Daniel Ramamurty, this guy who was given the few years in jail. But like, this guy was very prominent in, like, with the government, like, you know what I mean? I'll play a joke now in a while. Like Mick O'Keefe talking about the asylum seekers as well, and about how they can vote and run in local elections. Yeah. We broke a story last night on Gale Force Media. It was a short documentary about a sex trafficking and drug ring in Clonmel. I'll be playing that. I'm going to wait till I get a few more on, and then I will play that. It's 10 minutes long. Very good. Worth a watch. People said it to me today, you didn't get a chance to watch it, but to be watching the show tonight. So, yeah, fair play to everyone. I'm going to just go through a few comments. Good evening. Hold on. Jesus, loads of comments. How are you, Vincent? How's things? Hi there. How are you, lads? How are you, Galloway? Hi to all. Evening all. Hope everyone's in good form. Yes, I'm in good form. Well, I saw something today I didn't really agree with, but that's another story. Taking bets. Has Paul got sunburn? I have. And I'm in court in the morning, so waiting to see me. I'll be all suiting about it in the morning, so I got a picture of that. Hello all. How are you, Anya? Yes, Galloway. He does have sunburn. Call him Red. First time I've made it on time. Well, listen, fair play to you. I'll go slow just in case. Red as a boiled lobster. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's this light. Look, you can see it. It's the light. Like, I have a great tan, I have to say. I really have. Like, you know what I mean? People are saying it to me all day. Oh, Jesus, you have a great tan. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, good evening, Eamon. Emmanuel, hello, how are you? Hi, Paul, how's everyone? Yes, good. Beltane tomorrow, very special time of the year. Bealtaine, sorry. Beltane. I thought you were talking about Belmain. I've done a video about Belmain the other night, and it was a girl who was attacked down there on Sunday. Was it Sunday night? Could have been Sunday evening. Monday evening. It could have Sunday or Monday evening. But I went down and done a little bit of a thing about it. And I have to say, people were very good about it. People were posting it again, and like, people were thanking me for putting it up. You know what I mean? I also done one in Coolock the other night at a house that's been given to Roma Gypsies. So people up there aren't happy. So let's see. Also, May is month of Mary, I know, and there she is there. She's on me all the time. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone that's there. Yeah. You're not, Paul. Just lovely as ever. Those guys are just jealous. Lol. Thanks for that. Yeah. Not on Gale Force Media Facebook page. Okay. It's not. Well, it says here it is. You are live on Gale Force Media. Yeah, on Gale Force Media Facebook. It says here I am live. So thanks for that. President says no. Anthony, if you're watching or anyone is watching, can you just check the Facebook page? I suppose I can check it myself. Yeah. Okay. Seen that video interview. As a Clonmel woman myself, I'm absolutely disgusted, but also not actually surprised. Lily, Clonmel is riddled. I'm being honest with you. Like, this was undercover for a couple of weeks, like watching and taking pictures and everything else. Like we have it, everything. You know what I mean? And again, if anyone else is having any of these problems in the area, come to us and we can do an investigation on this and see what's going on and how it's going on. So, yeah, please, God, do. Love your medal, Paul. Yeah, we all got one of these, all blessed by the real Pope, John Paul. Hiya, Paul. Before Martin comes on, you have now mentioned the soccer ball was 5-4 last night. Would you believe I missed it? I was doing something yesterday, And I always do, your man, Kashvili, the number 7, to score 2 goals when PSG are playing. And I looked at it 5-4 and I seen he scored 2. I thought, I'm not betting anymore. That's it. Good luck to you. All I need now, I stopped doing my lotto numbers. I've been doing the same lotto numbers for 30 years nearly. And my sister said to me a few weeks ago, she said, are you bleeding mental? Like, you know what I mean? Them numbers are never going to come in. If you're going to win it, you're going to win it on a quick pick. You know what I mean? It's right. So since then, I've been doing quick picks. And I'm not messing. Every night since I've done it, I've won either 6, 8 or 12 quid and paid for it. So I haven't paid for it in weeks. None of my other numbers ever came out. And yeah, so I'm just doing all quick picks now. As she said, if it's for you, it's for you. It won't pass you, boy. Sorry, where are we there? Clonmel, what did that say? Clonmel should come to a stop. Yes, it should. And people of Clonmel need to get out in force and and stop this. Like, you know what I mean? How are you, Paul? Does your marriage have to fail to join your gang? Derek Sharkey. How, Paul? Does your marriage have to fail to join your gang? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not married. Don't know what you're talking about. Quick pick seems to win loads. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Give me your whole lot of numbers. How's Derek Shark? You apologize. I mean, Vermin. Listen, let them. If it is him, he knows exactly what it's like for marriages to break down. So, yeah. It's that clown Vermin again. But I know it is. Let's. Bro. I'll back it. What's that? Yo, Paul. You all lonesome, bro. I'll back it up. Thanks, Dublin John. But I'm all right. I don't need anyone to back me up. Sorry. I'm good. Okay. We're up to 300 there in the viewers there so far. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this Clonmel trafficking thing. Now, as I said, it's 10 minutes. So please stay with us and watch it till the end. Thank you.
The night after the funeral, I was at a pub with a friend. We were just empty. That's when I first saw him. He approached us with 2 drinks and a warm smile. He said his name was Zach, told us he was French, from a village near Lyon. He listened more than he spoke. He seemed kind, like he actually cared. He was perfect. Flowers, coffee, constant attention. He made me feel safe again. My friends even told me he was the best thing that ever happened to me. Within 3 weeks, we were living together. He called me his everything. I was so happy. I didn't see the speed of it as a warning sign. I just thought it was love. Then came the proposal. Over dinner, he knelt down and asked me to be his wife. But there was a condition. He said to marry properly, I had to convert. I didn't hesitate. I wanted a future with him. We were married in the main mosque in Dublin. I thought that day was the beginning of the rest of my life. But the moment the door closed on our wedding night, the warmth disappeared. It was like a switch had been flipped. The man I'd married just vanished. He told me I looked ridiculous, told me to take it off. He said I didn't need to parade around like a convert anymore. The love was gone, replaced by dominance. I asked him what I'd done wrong. He didn't even look at me. He just said he didn't have to explain himself to me anymore. That was the night I realized I was trapped. The changes were subtle at first, then they became everything. He started carrying 2 phones, one always in his pocket, the other face down. He wouldn't let me near them. If I even reached for one playfully, he'd snap. The man who used to share everything with me was suddenly full of walls and secrets. He'd be gone until the early hours. No explanation, no apology. On Sundays, I'd wake up to an empty flat. He'd return smelling of smoke and things I couldn't name. When I asked where he was, he'd just tell me he didn't answer to me. He told me to stop asking questions. I stopped sleeping. I just waited. Then I found out I was pregnant, 3 months along. In all the darkness, I felt this tiny flicker of hope. I thought maybe this would bring him back. I cooked dinner. I tried to make it special. When I finally told him we were having a baby, I don't know what I expected. Not what happened. He didn't blink. He just said, "Get rid of it." Flat, cold, like he was talking about the trash. He said it wasn't up for discussion. I told him no. I wasn't terminating my baby for him or anyone else. That's when he looked at me with pure contempt and said, "Then you're on your own." He slammed the door and left. I sat there on the floor, sobbing. But I knew in that moment I had to be strong. For my child. I wasn't alone. He left in a hurry. For the first time he forgot it, the second phone. I sat there at the table, my hand on my belly, and I knew I had to look. Dozens of unread messages, heart emojis, names I didn't recognize. My face went pale. I started screenshotting everything, forwarding it to a hidden SIM. I wasn't the only one. I found Sarah and Aoife, both pregnant, both told the same lies about France, both love-bombed and trapped. We met in a quiet cafe in Dublin. We swapped stories. We swapped evidence. Shock turned into a cold, hard rage. We realised we weren't just victims, we were witnesses. His real name isn't Zach. He's Algerian, ex-military. He came with 7 others during COVID, through Belfast to City West, then to Clonmel. Every word he ever told me was a lie.
Eventually he and some of his pals made their way to the City West complex in Dublin. I have some items here to show you. This is his access card and his receipt from the TransLink from Belfast to Dublin.
France, his mother near Lyon. All of it, just a script to play us. He was building a life on a foundation of total deception. But we were finally seeing the floor. We made a pact that night. We would leave, but we would do it smart. We would document everything. I'm not raising my child anywhere near him. None of us are. The love bombing was over. The fight for our children's lives had just begun. Someone needs to hear this, and we're making sure they do. Every Sunday, he disappears between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. Same route. He takes the car, comes back exhausted. I followed him last week, discreetly. He met 7 other Algerian guys in Clonmel, all ex-military age. They move like they've done this before. We logged the plates. 2 vehicles. They rotate women from Dublin down to Clonmel every Sunday and bring fresh ones back up the next week. Maya parked discreetly near the Indian restaurant in Clonmel, taking photos. Night vision shots of women being led into 2 flats above the restaurant. Screenshots of escort ads appearing online the same day the women arrive. The men carrying bags between cars, cash and small wrapped packages of drugs. 1:07 a.m. outside the town's only nightclub. The 8 men entering, scanning for drunk women. They keep the women in those 2 flats over the Indian place. Then they post the ads. It's a weekly rotation. Drugs go up to Dublin, women come down, and back again. All 8 of them live together in that apartment right in the centre of town, 2 minutes from the nightclub. They go in around 1 in the morning, looking for girls who are too drunk to say no, and the Gardaí know. They've known for months. They've done nothing. This isn't just Zach cheating on us. This is a cell. 8 Algerian ex-military guys running women and drugs between Dublin and Clonmel like it's a business route. We keep documenting everything. Timings, plates, photos, messages. The second we have enough, we get ourselves and our babies out. And then we decide what to do with all of this. My child is not growing up anywhere near this. Once we had everything, the timings, the cars, the flats above the Indian restaurant, the ads, the drugs, the nightclub runs, we had a choice. The Gardaí already knew. They told us they didn't have the resources, so we decided we weren't waiting anymore. We found a group online, ordinary people from all walks of life who were sick of watching their town get taken over. They call themselves Sinn Adina. We contacted them.
I met with the girls and listened to what they had to say. I reviewed their evidence and studied it in detail. I then set about conducting a 2-week surveillance and investigation. I can confirm all details to be correct. In my opinion, the town is in serious trouble.
This documentary you are watching right now, this is the result of that. Everything we discovered, everything they confirmed. Zach, or whatever his real name is, isn't just one man who lied to me. He's part of something much bigger. 8 Algerian ex-military men running a weekly rotation, running women and drugs between Dublin and Clonmel. The Gardaí know, and they do nothing. Clonmel has a serious problem. Open drug dealing in broad daylight. The community has had enough. It's up to us now, ordinary people. We have to step up and say enough is enough. For our children, for the women being exploited, for the soul of our town. If you're watching this in Clonmel, or anywhere in Ireland, look around you. This is happening in your community too. Don't wait for someone else to fix it.
Wow, that was a really in-depth I have to say, fair play to the researchers and fair play. Look, we have good researchers here in Gale Force Media and Sinn Adina. So fair play to everyone. But as they said in that, they're shipping these women, they're bringing drugs to Dublin 1 week and women back down, and then vice versa. Guards are doing nothing about this. Nothing at all about this. Like, it's like as though these guys work in iPad centers, they're security, they're everything else. You know what I mean? I'll bring Martin in there. Martin's down the bottom there. Hello there, Martin. How are you, my good man?
Hi, Paul. How are you today?
I'm good, mate. How are you? It's all good.
Not too bad. Yeah, too bad.
That documentary, I have to say, was the bomb. I have to say, fair play. Yeah.
It was.
But again, you know what I mean? Like, we know this is going on. Like, this is going on in every town. You know what I mean? These have taken over the drug trade, the sex trade, and whatever else trade that's illegal, they have taken it over. So, yeah, where do we go from here, Martin?
I don't know. Is the honest answer? There seems to be no political.
Yeah, that doesn't say that. Good evening, Paul. I love your background. Yeah, Dublin City, it's the place to be. What's someone saying? Did you see far right Micheál Martin saying immigration is playing a big factor with homeless numbers? He'll be flying a Troy flag next. Yeah, great video to the point, but just terrible. It is on you. It is on you. Yeah, it's disgusting. But this is happening and it needs to be highlighted. And if anyone has any of these stories to tell or you want is to be investigated, get on to us at Sinn Adina, Gale Force Media. You can get on to either of us and we will investigate this for you and we will put out a documentary about it. Because the police aren't going to do their job. I'm going to be honest with you, I got an awful sickener with the police. Now, I've got a sickener before. You know I have, how they done me that and everything else. But I was doing something today and I just got another sickener with them today, like really did, you know. And please God, I'm in court in the morning, so please God, everything will go well in the morning. So, yeah, the appeal is up tomorrow. But, yeah, they're just, Like when you know they know and nothing's been done about it, that's just the disgusting part. You know what I mean? It really is. Well, you know exactly what Ferg says, Paul, and it's 100% on the ball. If the guards aren't investigating it, they're in on it. Yes, exactly. Speaking of Ferg there, I must send this in case he wants to come on. There it is there now. I'll just send it. Yeah, just in case he wants to come on. But yeah, what else have we got there? I want to drag them out. Yeah, listen, they have a foothold in down there now, and as I said, they're in the iPass centers. They're in everything. You know what I mean? Hi, Paul. I sent a video on WhatsApp about Afghan shagging goats in France. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Hold on. Where are we? Okay, I have. Thanks for that, John. Just let me get it up first.
Oh, what a bad turn of phrase.
It was?
I said, what a bad turn of phrase.
Yeah. But that's 15 minutes, John. Jesus Christ, 15 minutes. No, that's the Polish leader. Polish leader, say goodbye to Europe. It's over. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, no, that's the wrong one. I'm looking, tell your family to prepare. No, okay, that's two you have to send me. You sent me one, the Polish leader. The Polish ghost, that's all I'm seeing there. I'm not seeing. You didn't send me the raping video. It's the same video you sent me twice. Hold on, I open it again. No. No. Show it. What the bleeding hell is this? No, this is going mental here, John. Sorry, it's no. Okay, it's not showing that video for me, hon. Can I make a suggestion? If you're going to use AI in a video, you should label the parts where used or credibility will be questioned. Thank you for getting the story out there. Well done. The reason AI was used was to keep people's names and people's faces away from the actual production of the documentary. So that's why AI was used. You know, that's the only reason why AI was used. We could have sat there with the girl and the other girl there. We could have sat there with her with our black screen and this, that, and the other. But it didn't matter. The story was told, and everyone has heard the story now. So it's what we do after this is the next thing. I know a solution, but you won't want to hear it. Yeah, Eddie, listen, I was talking about this with somebody today. We're being taunted. Everything this government does now is a kick in the hole for the Irish people, and they're looking for rebellion. I'm telling you now, and it's happening all over Europe. It's happening everywhere in Europe. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a rebellion. People are going to stand up. People are going to start fighting. The ones that are fighting will be the first ones to be plucked out of it, and then the ones that's falling in behind will just bow down. And that's it. There'll be nobody else there to fight anymore. That's what's going to happen. There's just not enough strong men in this movement or in this fight to. Now, I know a lot of good strong men. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking any men who are doing this, but there's just not enough of us, lads. There's just not enough to do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? So, what do you think yourself? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, 306, Paul. Yeah, I get you. Okay. What would your take on it, Martin?
I think I think that the more you dwell on it, the more depressing it gets. I think we just need to focus on local community, your own life, your own world, build your own networks, step outside the system. I don't know about the strong men. There's loads of strong men, but they're all saddled with debt, DEBT.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they're all trying to keep a roof over their head. They're all trying to work. They're all trying to, you have a lot of men who pretend to be strong men that aren't, that say a lot and talk a lot and then just go smoke weed the weekend. I don't know. It's just today was a challenging day for many reasons. And energy, we have to find a way to focus our energy positively. I think what we've been doing for the last couple of years is a lot of it is very negative. A lot of negative people around, like little piranhas taking little bites out of you.
Yeah.
What's that? I'll donate 100 quid if Martin can eat Mr. Whippendale without getting it. It can't happen. It's one of the most disgusting things known to man, watching me eat a 99. It's.
Do you know what's another one?
It's not a pleasant sight.
Do you know what's another one? Try and eat a donut without licking your lips. A sugar donut without licking your lips. It doesn't happen. I swear to God. You're trying and next thing and then you have to lick your lip. Yeah, it's just the fact that it's there. You know what I mean? You know it's there.
Now that somebody said it, I'd murder a 99.
Yeah, Paul, where should we send you videos, please? You can send it to me there. I'll give you the WhatsApp there. There it is there, 089-203-1521, or you can send me on Gmail. You can send it at GaleForceMedia26@gmail.com, or you can call us on WhatsApp on 089-203-1521. You can also watch us there on at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugermorph27. You can get us on YouTube at The Irish Column and at Gale Force Media, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons and Gale Force Media. You'll also get us on the web at www.galeforcemedia.com. That's where you'll get us. So that's all the places you'll get us. Someone just said it's not going out on my Facebook for some reason. So let me just check.
It is. I shared it there a few minutes ago, but it wasn't showing on my X. Yeah. You're definitely there.
Yeah, it's going out there. We're not getting the numbers on Facebook. It's just not. Like, you know what I mean? I know you've a good few thousand on Facebook, but people are just not on Gale Force Media Facebook page. Okay, it's not going out on the Gale Force Media one now. Okay. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah. Because Gale Force Media, no, it's showing viewers on that. But my X, it wasn't showing viewers there a while ago. But we're definitely down a bit. There's a change to the algorithm on X as well. So it's a case of I've been messing around with it, trying to follow their new rules to try and see if it actually affects likes, and it does. So just retweeting other people's content won't work anymore. You're gonna have to create your own. You're gonna have to comment on other people's posts, and most importantly, when you do get a post, you need to reply to people's comments, and that's how the algorithm bumps it up. So it's they're pushing for more interaction on the site.
Okay, I better play this here. It's at 3:06. So this is goat shagging, is it, or something like this? Let's share it and give me a thumbs up if we have sound.
Actually, my friend, I came here with my friend from Visegrad 24, just published a data about information about the guy who was arrested for raping goats, and I think that was Sweden.
God.
He was arrested for series of rapes on goats.
Fuck. Now, the goats are in danger?
Well, animals are in danger too.
Wow.
I've been arrested over rape. Can you believe that? Do you want that in USA?
Go a little bit low, Rob. This is a real story.
It is.
An Afghan migrant has been arrested in France after local farmers repeatedly found their livestock with legs bound and shown signs of having suffered sexual assault. The anti-crime brigade of the French National Police took a 19-year-old Afghan migrant into custody last week after farmers in Bouches-du-Rhône region near Marseille set up motion-activated cameras to catch a suspected animal rapist. Shepherds in this region first reported abuse to police in early 2026 with a surge of attacks against animals. Now animals aren't safe.
Do you want that do you want this kind of America? Because this is actual Europe. I didn't make this up. It's a fact. And this is every day, every single day you hear about rapes, stabbings, machetes, and all this. Every single day. It's not like when you Google rapes on animals in Europe, you will see what is happening. Again, the left bring them to our continent. The left. If you would have Kamala or if you would have Biden, you would have a serious problem. So again, thank God for President Trump. He's not saint. He's not perfect. None of us. But you have to thank God for this man, because you would have goats raped, women raped, killings, and you would have what Europe has, but not Poland, because we did not let them in. And obviously we were fined like millions of euros for not letting them in. But when I see Rome, the city is done. When I see Paris, city is done.
Done.
Absolutely, it will never be the same. Never. When I see
Not unless something drastically changes.
Munich, for example, when I see when I think on every big city in Europe is done, not Warsaw, not Krakow, not Poland in general, because we did not let them in, and we will never let any illegal in, because Poland is so smart now after communism, so smart after 123 years of not being on the map, after partitions, after suffering. We really care. We cherish our freedom. We know how important that is. So they will never be let in, because I never thought that I would say what I'm going to say now. I think that jihadists are as dangerous as communism.
There you go. Wow. He's a great guy, I have to say. He really is. I don't know either. Let's go through a few of these. I think Gordon is deep in the Tom Tit right now. Do you reckon so, Des? Yeah, we've been deep in the Tom Tit for a while. So we bollocks then. That's what you're saying, brother.
We've been bollocks for about 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's just starting to really hit home to exactly what you're up against. I see Micheál Martin is changing his tune because there's seats to be won. There's an election out. I see. I watched the Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael propaganda, and they're using a lot of far right talking points right now, aren't they?
They fucking are, yeah. They really are. Yeah. Let me just play that there. I'm gonna play that there. This is him today in the Dáil. Let's hear what he has to say.
Without question, is the fact that about less than 50% are now Irish citizens. Migration has impacted hugely on homelessness. The facts speak for themselves. Look, if we can't have an honest debate, look, don't be getting into high dudgeon now. That is the truth. That is the truth, unfortunately, whether you like it or not. And you can try and make all the commentary you like about that. And I say that, sorry?
Deputy Holly Cairns.
Look at the Dublin figures alone.
Thank you, Taoiseach. Deputy Holly.
We're all fair right now, Father. The whole lot of us. You know,
I'll tell you what.
We've been saying this for 4 years, 5 years. We've been saying this since 2021, 2022. And now they're saying it. They're parroting the same things we were saying. So,
I'll tell you what's terrifying. So Micheál Martin is politicking. That's what politicians do, right? So he's sticking his finger in the air and seeing which way the wind is blowing. You expect that from Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil. Did you see the faces on the left?
Yeah.
Did you see the face of Ivana Batshit and that other social democrat nonce?
See that, and I wonder how much that
people,
Anna Batshit, how much does she charge? How much does she charge to haunt bleeding houses? That one. She's a scary woman, isn't she? Ooh, wow.
She's worth about 6 million. Last time I checked, that was about 2 years ago. She's probably worth double that now. But those leftists, Micheál Martin's just a weakling. You know, he just goes wherever Europe tell him to. But those communists on the other side, do you know what? I'll take another 50 years of Fianna Fáil Fine Gael rather than let those communists into power. We will never we will never recover from a Sinn Féin-led left government. I would say that you know what, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are trying to kill us. The left will actually kill us. They will kill us, and they'll do it with smiles on their faces. It is more important to keep them out of power than anything else. They're not
Booker
the
T
same
there.
as us.
Sorry. I know. I'm just going to address that, Booker T. I was with Shin and Adina, tried on there to get a meet going with zero success, so I left. Okay, how many had you in your group in the area where you wanted the meet to go, Booker T? So there was a lot of people that only had a handful of people in the area, like, you know what I mean? It was only a couple of them, you know what I mean? So how many was actually in your group? And listen, rejoin and come in and talk to us, and we will be able to, you know, there's more going on there now at the minute. So yeah, it should be all right now if you rejoin. We'll be having a meeting shortly, won't we, Martin?
Yeah, but the whole concept of Shin Adina was that you had to do it yourself. That was there was a concept, there was an idea, there was some supports put in place, but it was all about building your own little army where you live. That was the concept, and that meant if you had to go to door or meet lads at the pub or whatever, the concept is still there. It was about empowering yourself in your own community with your own people. You don't need me coming up from Kerry or Paul coming from Dublin or anywhere like that. You do it yourself. You find the trouble in your area, whether it be drugs or immigrants or corruption or police brutality or whatever it is. You get your people together yourself and you deal with the problems in your area. There's no one size fits all. It's a case of you fix the problems that are in your area with whatever tools and means you deem necessary.
I'm just going to go back to this here. 720 jobs to go in Dublin. Whereabouts is that in Dublin? 150 jobs going Dublin all this week. That's 870 non-Irish with no job soon. That's fantastic. It's all collapsing. It's all meant to collapse, mate. That's the way it's supposed to be. He will take Irish people, he said in an interview. That was your man in Poland, yeah. Well, why not? Sure, we took enough of bleeding them. Yeah. Dublin boy, good riddance to them. And Poland took our money for years. Yeah, I'm far right and proud. Yeah, so my politicians are like chameleons. When it suits them, don't trust any of them leeches. Yes, I agree. Orla sent me over loads of videos, but I didn't pull down any of them. Where's Orla, for fuck's sake? We need Orla. No, we don't. I think we do.
She's having a Kit Kat.
Yeah. She's having a Kit Kat. Our lady has warned about communism. Yes, I know. John Flynn, it's really a psychological warfare, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, Martin. I agree with you. Someone else who agrees with you. I tell you what I'm going to go with. Mick O'Keefe.
Pull down some videos, though.
Yeah, Mick O'Keefe done a video today about migrants and how they vote. And fair play to Mick. It's only a short one, but have a listen to this. This is...
Asylum seekers can vote in Irish local elections. These changes were brought in by Martin Cullen of Fianna Fáil in 2004, the same party who is still running this country into the ground. The announcement made in April 2004 paved the way for identity cards held by asylum seekers and refugees to be sufficient to vote in Irish local elections. So if that isn't clear to you yet, asylum seekers, random strange men who arrive in Ireland from the third world, can cast a vote in Irish local elections to elect your local councillor. If that sounds outrageous, it's because it should. The right to vote is precious. Precious. But we're giving it away to random men who arrive in our country and say, I want to claim asylum. I'm going to make it even worse. They can't just vote in the local elections. They can contest local elections. Asylum seekers can arrive in Ireland and contest local elections. Every refugee or asylum seeker that casts a vote in an Irish local election dilutes your vote. Your vote is automatically worth less because the government is importing tens of thousands of foreign strangers from the third world. I want you to think about this for a second. Random men from Africa, India, Pakistan can arrive in Ireland and within a couple of weeks legally be entitled to influence politics and decisions in your local area. Folks, this is not being treated with the urgency it should be. I'm going to say this again for those who are hard of hearing down the back. Asylum seekers can legally vote in Irish local elections. Wake up, Irishman!
He's right. Fair play to Mick. Thanks to Mick O'Keefe there for that.
And don't be surprised if they are going to be allowed to vote in national elections very shortly.
Yeah.
Dáil Éireann is going to get very, very colourful in the future, unless you, the Irish people, stop it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it's true. Was a year ago, it was only 7. I was trying to get all the groups to meet, have a talk to get some trust going. Okay, it was a year ago. There was only 7 in the group. Yeah. Listen, mate, reach out again, Booker. It's no problem. Reach out again and we'll have a chat. It was just, for the last few months, there was people infiltrating and just, there was shit going on that we had to sort out in-house. But it's all sorted now. Shannon Adina 2.0. Join us again and you will see a big, big difference. Yes, Martin, communities are the way. Stick together and stay strong. Exactly. I'd love to win the Bleeding Lotto and I'd just buy I'd buy hundreds of acres somewhere and I'd just start putting homes on them. You know, I wouldn't give a shit. You know, if I have it, everyone has it, you know. And once again, like an eternal pendulum, the voting cattle return to their common stables and vote for their own misleaders. Yes, nothing more unbearable than to watch this constantly repeated deception. Yes, I agree with you. And
unfortunately, the Irish mentality is that Asher, it's not that bad. Asher is grand. It'll be fine. It'll get better. They'll fix it. You have this mindset in such a huge portion of the population, and it drives me insane. The Asher that would. I was talking to a woman today, and I told her about the Fianna Fáil plans about housing, about looking for equity in elderly people's homes. It's release the capital of your home, and then the other thing about them making it easier to split your home in two so your kids can live with you forever, kind of thing. You still have to pay the council a shitload of money and the builder a shitload of money, but we're going to allow you do it. And I was explaining to her that, and she was a retired woman, and it was literally like, they'll never do that. That'll never happen. And I was there, I'm showing you the videos. Look at the videos on my phone. Just look at the videos on my phone. This is on the Fianna Fáil social media website. Look at it. Oh no, they'll never do that. They'll never do that.
Booker T, was I meant to meet you over in Selbridge or something last year? Did I say I'll meet you over there? I don't know whether it's the same person or not. But you're in Leixlip. Okay, up the hill. Okay, Captain's Hill. Honestly, I don't know who you reached out to or whatever, so I can't really comment on it. But there you go. You have the number there. 089 203 1521. You can contact me anytime. We'll have a chat and we'll try and get to the bottom of it and find out what happened or how it happened. Or it was probably just, there was loads of stuff going on last year. We helped a load of people last year. Do you remember with tents and everything, Martin? And yeah, it was just hectic. No wonder they're bringing them in by the truckload. Depressing stuff. Are there no laws anymore? There is, but the police have them all. It's a national emergency that they can vote. Just landed. Yeah, but that's what happens here. We've seen this happening. Cheers, Paul. Sorry for the rant. No problem, mate. That's no problem. Feck Martin, I thought I was downtrodden today. You okay? Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Are we fighting or are we done, lads? We're still fighting. I'm going to keep fighting.
You have to. You've no choice.
Paul, you have a fine piano usually in your background. I know, but I'm in Dublin City tonight. You'll never know what will be there when we come back from the break. John Flynn, the Aran Islands are calling. Yeah. Achill Islands, go down and take it over and blow the bridge. That's what I'd be doing. Cheerio. The Irishman doesn't care. It's fuck Jack. I'm all right. It has been for years. Same with working for an Irish subby abroad. He expects more of you because you're Irish. Keep each other down at all costs. Yeah. People are watered down in their opinions, neither hot nor cold, lukewarm. That's no good. Yeah. I agree. We're getting loads of ones in. I've not much, but I have something that I'd happily give. I'm sick of the absolute crap. I really am. I'm ready to do it, Mary, my bro. We're all ready to do it, lads. The whole lot of us. Can we not just put illegal immigrants on a small island off the coast until we find out exactly who they are? Just send them home.
That's actually a fantastic idea. It doesn't have to be an island. There should be a huge holding area built where they're held. Literally like prison. You sit here in a cell, we'll feed you, and you sit here till we figure out who you are. And once we've figured out who you are, then we will deport you for trying to illegally enter Ireland, because you cannot get to this island without going through other countries. Therefore, you're illegal. And I don't care what this new migration pact is. I don't care. We have our own laws. You may not enter this country illegally. We also need to deport, not voluntary deportations. We give Michael O'Leary a load of money, say have 2 Ryanair planes ready at all times, and you fly them over to Brussels, and you land them in Brussels airports, and you push them off, and that's it. And that's where every single illegal immigrant who comes into this country should go, straight to Brussels.
Yeah.
I'll pay for some of the flights myself.
Ryanair ones are cheap enough, so yeah. You would, you'd pay for a couple yourself just to get bleeding rid of them.
And
Pamela Doyle.
All the Sinn Féin are going as well, and all the Social Democrats are going, and all People Before Profit are going, and any other lefty, communist, socialist leading piece of whatever, I won't curse, are going on those flights as well, because they're not Irish. I don't care what anyone says. Those people aren't Irish. Micheál Martin is not Irish. Simon Harris is not Irish. I want a lot of them gone.
The scum. Sorry there, Pamela. It's 089 203 1521. It's going across the bottom of the screen there. 089 203 1521. Thank you. I've also put up the Stripe along the bottom there just to see if there's anyone want to buy us a coffee. And if you do, you can do that through the Stripe. It's just there. And I'm going to just share this while we're here. And you can buy us a coffee there as well if anyone wants to buy us a coffee. Thank you very much for anyone who did buy us a coffee or has bought us a coffee in the last couple of months. Thank you very much. But as I said, somebody sent me an email saying they donated 50 quid. So I don't know where that 50 quid went. It didn't go into the Revolut, or I don't know where it went. So if we didn't get it, so I don't know whether it's sitting in your Revolut now at this moment in time. But if it is, hold on to it and send it again or whatever you want. But yeah, thanks very much, anyone that bought us a coffee. Cheers. Now, let me see. We're doing the Clonmel. Okay. Did I not pull that down, Micheál Martin? No. Okay, that's here. Micheál Martin again. Speaking about transgender children. That all children can be transgender children. Have you seen this? When you seen this yesterday, obviously.
Yep.
What an arsehole. Right, let's play this.
Very important, it's timely that we have a comprehensive national discussion and debate around education in terms of the direction of travel, in terms of policy into the future. And this was a commitment in the programme for government, and something that I'm very keen to see develop.
On the education point, do you personally believe that a child can be transgender? And if not, why is that on the curriculum?
What do you mean, do I believe?
Do you believe that a child can be transgender?
Yes, I mean, I do believe. And there are young people in life who've had very significantly difficult issues as they journey through life, and many have identified as trans. And that is the situation. I don't believe we should get into culture wars like they have in the United Kingdom and elsewhere. I think we should be mature and deal with this properly, and always keep the individual at the center of our considerations, and not to be engaged in undermining people's dignity and people's individuality. Proposes for the Education Convention. Which...
Oh God, he's some clown, isn't he?
He's more and more like Mr. Burns every day as well. You see, I don't know
yeah,
if you noticed.
he is,
Have you noticed that the left, you can see it in Harris, you can see it in him, you can see it in all these global leaders. You can see the evil. It manifests in the flesh. You can see them rotting from the inside out. They're all aging rapidly, and they all have this gauntness in their face. It's like the soul is gone, and they're just this empty husk of bile and hatred, and they're not the same as us. They're not the same people. I don't know what it is, but they're just not the same human you and I are. And I think it's something that needs to be really, really addressed. I don't know if it's energy or what it is. That man is not the same as me. I can feel it. I can see it.
That man could never grow a masculine beard like yours. Are you mad? I'm just going to read that there. Blessing says, no, I'm still fighting. Some days I'm tired, but never giving up. We're Irish, stand up.
Good stuff.
Exactly. Fair play to you. The insurance companies are being very quiet about the possibility of building units in people's gardens. I bet they won't be covered on normal household insurance. Yeah, probably.
The insurance. Hey, listen to me. Everybody's going to get a taste of this. You're going to have to pay the council. You're going to have to pay extra insurance. You're going to have to get a guarantee. You're going to have to get a separate ESB connection. I guarantee you're going to have to get a separate water meter. Listen, this is a money racket. This is all this is. It's a money racket. But do you know what? Do you know what you'd be better off doing? Because we do need them. Stick the mobile home out there and then buy a shotgun. That's what I do. And run everything from your own house. And anybody comes near the door telling you that you shouldn't do it, shoot them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to buy a couple of acres, 2 or 3 acres. That'd do me just for the time being. Put a fence around it and just patrol that. Don't come near it. Fuck off. Don't come near my gaff. End of story. That was me, Paul. I don't have Revolut. Oh, okay, Henri. I don't know where you sent it or who you sent it, or I just don't know. But you did send me an email to to Gale Force Media. Let me just change accounts. Yes, to Gale Force Media. Stop with it, Jesus. Don't link. Ask me in 3 days. You see, yeah, there you go. Ah, yeah, now I see who it was. Fair play to you. Yeah. Okay. As far as I know, didn't get it in. Okay, Anya, thank you very much. Fair play to you for at least trying. I'm with you, Martin. Dublin John is with you. You wrote with the word. Good to hear. Okay. And don't misgender me. It's sister lol. These political parties are not Irish. Correct. Who the hell are they? Yes. Thanks, Paul. No problem. I don't know. Is that going into €2? Is that going into what do you call it? Into the must be going into YouTube. I haven't got a clue how all this works. Hang on there. I had one there. That's no. I have the Irish Git. I just want to play the Git. Okay. It's only 2 minutes. Play the Git. This is about climate change. Climate change.
I stick the kettle on.
Yeah, so will I.
I've made a video like this before, but after today's devastating news I must do so again. Floods and storms put 400,000 Europeans at risk in world's fastest warming continent last year. Yes, because of climate change, Europe is warming at twice the rate of other continents. We need action and we need it now. Climate lockdowns would be a good idea. And whatever you do, don't listen to the big bad far away far right extremists who tell you it's all lies. And it's not just Europe that's warming twice as fast as the other continents. Report shows Asia is warming faster than the global average. The Middle East is warming up twice as fast as the rest of the world. The science is irrefutable. US warming faster than global average. The Arctic is warming nearly 4 times faster than the rest of the world. South Pole is warming 3 times faster than the rest of the world. Canada warming faster than the rest of the world. Latin America and the Caribbean warming faster than global average. Australia temperatures rising faster than the rest of the world. Africa warming faster than rest of world. The big bad far away far right will try and manipulate this and say, how is everywhere warming twice as fast as everywhere else? Well, I have news for you. Most of the world is water, oceans and seas. Speaking of oceans and seas, Indian Ocean warmed faster than other oceans. Since 2016, the Atlantic Ocean has warmed faster than other ocean basins. The North Pacific has warmed significantly faster than any other ocean basin on Earth since 2013. Yes, the Southern Ocean is warming faster than other oceans. Yes, the Arctic Ocean is warming significantly faster than other oceans. Mediterranean is turning into the fastest warming sea. I know what you're thinking. The big bad far away far right radical extremists are going to try and use all this to disprove climate change. How is everywhere warming faster than everywhere else? How are the oceans warming faster than each other? How is it possible? Well, it's easy to counteract this. One simple question. Have you ever heard of space?
Oh man, it's like he done a video on that last year and the year before, you know, and it's everywhere is warming faster and quicker than everywhere else. Like the internet is there to read, you know what I mean? Like you can see what's going on here, like you know what I mean? Like, oh, it just wrecks your head on your Marie. Yeah, I look into it. Yeah, no problem, hon. That's no problem. Paul, I'll go half on the acres. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'd love to buy a couple of acres somewhere and just throw a couple of mobile homes onto it. A few solar panels. You live off grid. You know, that. I don't care. You know what I mean? I couldn't give a shit where I live.
We talked about it with Shinadina. We were trying to do it. We were looking into it, but it's funds.
It is fun.
I'll tell you something tragic, Paul. Just something. My head is wrecked, right? And I'm not. I don't mind telling people I'm not in good form today for various different reasons. But there's a guy called PJ Crenham. He did that very passionate speech there during the
in Dublin,
the protest. So I did an interview with him.
Yeah, lovely man.
Yeah, I did an interview with him. I met him down in Cork, and I interviewed him the next day. And that episode of What Now Irishman will be going out tomorrow or Friday. But we got into a little bit back and forth, just conversation on WhatsApp and stuff like that. He sent me a message. So he's Cork based, right? But in the space of a week, 1 week, he was made aware of 6 men between Cork, Kerry, and Limerick that had taken their own lives. 6 men in the space of a week in a small part of Munster. And I know what's doing it to them. I know why they're doing it. I know what's wrong. And I can't fix any of it. Can't fix any of it. Because the fucking politicians don't care. The businessmen don't care. Nobody fucking cares. You know? And that boils down to the thing about talking about hard men and looking for men, to start a revolution and stuff like that. We're all fucking broken. We're all broken. We spent the last 30 years of our lives paying our bills, trying to rear our kids, trying to be good people, staying out of trouble, keeping up our end of the social contract. And now we're just fucking discarded to the side because we don't say the right thing and we didn't do what the government told us to. The suicide epidemic with men.
Epidemic is right.
We need to address it, and we need to start having conversations about it. And we need to find a way to pull people out of the hole of despair, because men were not the same as women. We don't deal with emotion the same way. We don't deal with hurt the same way. We don't deal with pain and suffering the same way. We're taught to just fucking get on with it, keep on trucking. But that's bouncing around in my head. 6 men in and around my age. These aren't not young men or old men. They're men that fucking worked all their lives. And they're broken by a system that's designed to break them. The system is designed to break us and make us feel like shit. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If the next politician that comes near me, that I have a record of them saying something about white guilt or men are bad or anything like that, I'm just going to fucking give them one of those. No conversation, no nothing. A box across the fucking gob. And I'm sorry, Pano, you couldn't even comprehend the anger I have in me tonight.
Oh, I can see it.
Like, why did we bother?
Yeah.
Why did you bother working your ass off all your life, Paul? Why did I bother working my ass off all my life? And raising good kids and fucking being good people and fucking trying to help out and getting involved in sports clubs and doing all the stuff that we did.
Yeah.
But what?
Now look.
So
yeah.
Fucking
Exactly.
so Indians and Pakistanis and fucking Africans can fucking destroy everything I love. Promoted, prompted, and funded by gobshite politicians in suits who know nothing about fucking work or life or anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Do you know who the biggest dole scroungers in the whole country are? TDs. Because you have to remember, lads, that's government money. They're essentially on the dole. They're paid by you. I hate them, Paul. I
know. People talk. Be there in my camper van. Joan Flynn has a camper van. Lovely, Joan. I was only talking about one today. I'm thinking of buying a yoke and converting it myself. Yeah, I have a guy that'll do it with me, so I'm thinking of doing that myself. We'd all come together. I'll chuck in 15 grand. Yeah, fair play. Listen, there's a few people that are saying it there. Flame Chef, Paul, I bought 3 acres and had to jump through hoops. They certainly made it hard. Took 18 months. I'll throw in a few grand in as well, Paul. Yeah, I'm being honest with you, lads. We could listen. If you're to buy a couple of acres, it doesn't have to be anywhere spectacular. You know what I mean? In the middle of a field, will do me. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 acres, fence it off, put in your what you call it, try and get your water done. You know what I mean? You can drill for the water there the whole lot. You can get your off grid. You can do your solar panels. Lads, it's doable. You know what I mean? If you got 3 or 4 acres, you could put about 10 mobile homes on that with gardens and everything. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be your own little commune. You know what I mean? That you could. I'm up for it, lads. I'm up for it. So, listen, you have the number there. Get in contact with me. Yeah. Yeah, just getting texts in there, just reading them there. But yeah, I'd definitely get involved in that. I remember you deployed your portable solar panels, Martin. I thought they were great, so I finally got my own. Have you got sortable polar panels?
I do have small solar panels. They're good for charging battery packs and phones and stuff like that. But I've yet to get a big one. And yeah, I need battery storage. I need a capacitor, and I want to get a roof rack size solar panel as well to actually be able to store more energy to stay outside longer, so to speak. But yeah,
well, I'm looking at this now. You can buy a diesel heater and everything for these. Like, I'm looking at an Opel Movano, and it's a lovely big van. Like, you know what I mean? But you can buy the whole kit. Now the kit's probably about 10 grand or whatever it is. You don't have to buy it straight away. Like, you know what I mean? You can buy it. You can do different bits of it. You can get the bed in. You can get this in. You can get that in, and then you can cut out the windows and do what you want. But apparently, it's only 150 quid a year tax on a camper van.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Once it's VRT'd, it's only 150 quid a year tax. And the insurance is cheap enough on it as well. What?
I said I still wouldn't pay it.
Listen, I know. Cheer up, Martin. We're all in this together, brother. Yeah, we know.
I'm cheerful. I'm happy. I'm just angry.
Yeah. I just banned Derek Sharkey there because he was doing me bleeding head in.
That was his head.
Started ahead. I just filthy shit. You know, the usual shit Herman comes up with. You know, I was at a suicide inquest where they left it open. I think they're ducking the stats. Of course they are, and you won't see the suicides until 2 years' time. I don't think we've seen 2023 or 2024 yet. So, you know, they keep it all. As I said, a man told me last year, a year and a half ago, that he was cutting down 5 kids a week. A week. Now, if that's in Dublin, that's at least 300 kids in Dublin. And if that's happening all around the country, like, you know, and there's, as you said, that man PJ told us 6 men have taken their own lives. I'm going to actually move on to this here now. Where are we? Have I got it? Yeah, I'm going to play this. Tosca has gone bang.
Evening, everybody. Massive breaking news this evening. One of the biggest builders in the country building houses has gone burst. Torca Homes, and at the minute building 550 houses on 7 different sites. 13 companies involved, gone into liquidation this evening. We predicted house building was going to crash back 3 weeks ago in Dublin. The professional people up there said we were wrong. We had no facts, we had no figures. I said the price of materials has gone through the roof. I said the government aren't listening. Price of fuel, has driven up price of concrete, building materials, installation, the whole lot. And I said the next thing is you won't be able to sell houses. So this evening, breaking news, Torca Homes are gone burst. So now there's several sites going to be closed. Going to be subcontractors going broke because they're not going to get paid. It's a total mess. We're back to 2008. And like when I was interviewed in Dublin a couple of weeks ago, and I was interviewed on Virgin Media, and they did do an interview and said, no, I've checked with the Construction Federation. They said, no, there's no slowdown, which is very much slow down this evening. So folks, maybe, we're like, we're only farmers and contractors, but maybe we can see a bit more than a lot of people can see. I think that's been proven now in the last few weeks. And nothing we've ever said and predicted has come true. Another agri contractor announced his retirement yesterday. Put up on Facebook, sorry to all, apologise to his customers, thanked them for their support. He's gone, closed down. See a furniture company outside Punchtown closing up after 50 years, closed up there today. I was talking to people from Portarlington last night, and in the last 3 weeks there's 5 businesses closed in Portarlington, all established businesses, all down to government. The high cost of electricity, high cost of fuel, and the government didn't act. Now, I know they're giving us some sort of rebate to be announced today, but to be honest, it's not what we need because it's not going to work. It's a waste of time. So, I was at a meeting last night down in Cloughan, County Offaly, and they were expecting 40 people from the protest, and 150 turned up. The appetite for change is massive. Everybody is totally pissed off with Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, and the knives are out for them. Fantastic to see the weekend there where the latest opinion poll put Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael jointly down to 32%, their lowest in history. 40 years ago they were at 81, 82%. At the last election they were at 44%, and this week they've gone down to 32%, which means if there was an election today they would lose 10 seats each. So Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil are in complete freefall, and the reason they're in freefall is they refuse to listen to the people. They refuse to act. They refused to act for us. They did not act for us. We told them we wanted them to save jobs. We told them we wanted them to cut diesel, keep men working, keep contractors working, keep builders working. They wouldn't listen. It's gone crazy what's after happening. And it's even Torca Homes, Google them there, big bang, blown up. So, folks, if you want change, there's only one way to change it. Get out and make sure Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael get dumped out of power. 2 local elections coming up in the next 3 weeks, one in Galway, one in Dublin. Make sure you do not vote Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. Make sure they do not get a seat. Because if they get a seat, it strengthens their hand to stay in power longer. If you want to save this country, how you save it is make sure Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael lose every seat they have. It's as simple as that. Folks, that's all I'm going to say. Google them there. Torca Homes, gone burst. Liquidators call in this evening. 13 companies in Torca Homes in receivership as we speak tonight, thanks to Harris and Martin's inaction to do what we told them to do all along. We saw it coming, we predicted it, now it's happened. The shit is hitting the fan big time. Cheers everyone, keep it in.
Wow. So that's Tosca Homes, that's gone bang. Okay, just let me see.
That's only the start of it. Yeah, that's only the start of it. That's
Yeah.
that's the start of a cascade effect, and you're going to see. Now, here's what's going to happen: the unfinished projects will be sold to vulture funds.
Yes.
They will get them done by the cheapest outfitter, whoever, doesn't matter whether they're Irish or not. They'll get somebody in to finish them, and they will be sold to the highest bidder. The highest bidder at this present point in time is most likely an Indian national. That's the reality. Those 720 homes will actually be finished, and they will be sold to the highest bidder, which, like I said, at this point in time will not be an Irish person. And that this is going to happen all over the country. All over the country. They told us, they said it in the Dáil. Nobody batted an eyelid. Simon Coveney stood up and said, by X year, we're going to double the population of this country. And they weren't doing it by encouraging people to get married and have large families.
Yeah. Somebody just asked me there, would I not put the Revolut thing in the corner so as people can do it in their own time? So there it is up in the top right there. There it is sitting in the top right there. Fair play. Yeah, for that idea. That was a good idea. So, yeah. Oh, but hang on there. Let me see. I got stuff sent to me there. This Tosca. There's 13 companies involved. Sorry, hold on. That's my bad. Okay, that's John O'Connor. So there's 14 companies or something involved in this.
Yeah, because a lot of the work is subcontracted out. I looked it all up today. It's an absolute.
Yeah, I got it. I had my researcher look into it for me earlier, and she sent me over a load of stuff. The 14 companies involved are Carabel Limited, Bloom Capital Limited, Torca Developments Limited, Torca Construction, Torbuild Limited, Alglen Limited, Craterside Limited, Coaston Limited, Haleview Limited, Cantdale Limited, Richmond Limited, Teabrook Limited, and Wideburn Limited. Well, how many houses did he say? Was it 700 or something? He said houses that were going to be affected by this.
720. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the old money too. They were paying. The group was paying over 100 grand per month to revenue under a phased payment agreement. Despite reducing costs and making redundancies, the group could no longer meet its substantial debts. So that's that. Okay, so let's go through a few more of the comments there. Dublin John, I'm in for a few. Okay, LFG, what am I getting? I forgot my name. You thinking something like the return of the land of Arkansas, Paul? Return to the land of Arkansas. Yeah. I just want somewhere to live, lads. That's all I want. I just want to be happy. If I'm out in the country, I have a bit of land, I have a little garden, I can grow me a few bits of shit, I can live off the grid, I would gladly do that. I'm telling you, I'd gladly do that. I mean, I don't watch the telly. Like, all I do is the podcast. All I do is work on the computer. Like, that doesn't take up much shit. You know what I mean? We could get 2 solar panels in there to sort that out. But if we got a couple of acres, you know what I mean? You could even, if you got 4 acres, you could even have a half an acre as solar panels to do the whole lot. You know what I mean? It's doable. It really is doable. President says no. Martin, I'm proud of you. You're twice the man as any of them. It would make you wonder what kind of parents these politicians, Gardaí, etc., are if they aren't trying to protect their kids' futures like us. Yeah, I agree. John Paul Williams, I'll throw in 8,370. Well,
that's a wonderful number.
Yeah, I think we're keeping 630 for Gargle, John Paul. Are we just for cheering us up when we move in there? Yeah, listen, lads, just have my number there. Reach out because this can be done. This is doable. I've solar already, 15,000. No bother. I'm serious, Dublin. Listen, lads, There's the number. There's the number there. 089 203 1521. John Paul, you have my other number. So contact me, lads. And I'm serious about this. Like, I really am. You know what I mean? So what do you think yourself, Martin? I think it's a brilliant idea. Like, it doesn't have to be in Dublin or anywhere else. I live anywhere.
If we run away and live in our little commune and we only look after ourselves, is that abdicating responsibility? Is it,
or is that taking responsibility for yourself? You know,
which would be a very libertarian principle, which I'm a massive fan of. Look, eventually I'm going to disappear. I'm just not going to be doing this anymore.
My brother told me I'm going to disappear as well. I'll be on that island with El Chapo.
We'll get to a point where we're too much of an inconvenience, and they'll get rid of us somehow, or we'll just break ourselves and just go, you know what, I'm tired. I'm tired of the same 1,000 people around the country, trying to bear the weight of the responsibility for 5 million people. You know. The self-sustainability thing is, you have to do it. Your car should be full of bits and bobs of battery packs, chargers, torches, little mini solar panels.
I've all my tools in the car. I'm being honest with you, right? I'm driving around with my tools in the car, right? And I was going somewhere. I was going down to the meeting last week, wasn't I? So I thought I'd take them all out of the car, right? Yeah, that's 2 weeks on the trot now. I want to get caught with that. This week should be good. But what happened was, I'm driving along and I go, there's a lot of bleeding weight in this car. So I took they were like in 3 plastic things, you know what I mean? So I've all my drills and my not Kangos, but, you know, gear you'd work with. Took it all out and I put it, it's in here behind me here now, you know what I mean, in the boxes. And I drove the car. It was like driving a new bleeding car, man. Swear to God. Going over the bumps now, you can fly over them now because the shocks aren't hitting the bleeding ground, you know?
Yeah, I'm the same. Sure, my car. You know what I carry around the back of my car, so like fucking.
Yeah,
I'm the same. I'm not taking mine out though.
Just asking there, Dublin says no. Is that Collie just out of Clover Hill prison? It has to be Collie. From relentless false charges, stitched up to no end. Cunts, man. Listen, Collie, if it's any consolation, I saw how they work today, the bullying tactics and everything else, and it was not nice to see. You know,
can we actually, we're not gonna talk about that, but is it okay to talk about the actual thing, not the individual, but the thing that they're trying to do, or is it stum on it? Or
nah.
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone. I'd rather just leave it alone. You know, it's just the bullying tactics and the shit that they do is just, especially against frightened women, you know, and people who have a lot to lose. I'll just say that much. You know what I mean? A lot to lose. You know what I mean? They threaten you with, you know, oh, this could happen, and if you got a good judge on the day, like, you know, come on, lads, these are frightening people here, telling them they're going to get locked up when you know well you haven't got a fucking leg to stand on, you haven't got an ounce of evidence. Show the body cam footage and we'll see who wins this case. You know what I mean? That's the way I was looking at it. But as I said, they bullied and they listen. What's done is done. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. You know. But I've seen a side to them now that they're just scumbags, the whole lot of them. I really don't. I really have no time for any of them. I don't, honestly. Whether they're high-ranking officers or lowly officers, they're all the same. If they're not talking about it, they're complicit. And that's just the way it is. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Fuck it, we could buy a country. Yeah, we could. Let's start with a bit of land first, lads. We have to represent ourselves. Can anyone name any state institutes that represent us? I won't wait for a reply. You're better off not waiting for a reply.
I'll throw an idea out there, and a lot of people aren't going to like it.
Go on.
You're not going to get the political solution you want, because the people who represent staunch nationalism don't have the funding and unfortunately can't get their shit together to form a movement. Look, there's a load of different reasons. We could, like the National Party are the last man standing, so to speak. And I know the Irish people are running a candidate in Galway, but none of that, unfortunately, politically is going anywhere for the same reason that we haven't been able to get out of this mess for the last 20 years, because people are too afraid to take a staunch approach on everything. Everybody wants to be a fence sitter, and everybody wants to be liked, and everybody wants to say the right thing and dead, and we know all the things. If the government collapsed tomorrow, what is going to replace it is going to be Sinn Féin, Labour, Social Democrats, people before profit, and the whole
communism.
Independents, the ones who just fucking do it and just to stay relevant. I'll leave if that happens. I'll just throw a bag over my shoulder, get my passport, and I'll go and build a life for myself somewhere else. Because I won't live in that communist country. I won't. Or maybe I'll just go out in a blaze of glory.
Dublin John, let's get the escrow and we'll see who the men are. Let's get this happening. Yes, lads, contact me there. No problem. You all have my number. Or you can contact Shin and Dina. We'll contact
but
me.
your political solution, unfortunately, lies with. But it lies with. It could happen if people get their finger out and accept you're going to have to compromise a huge amount. Independent Ireland and then to have the potential to grow big enough before the next election to form government with some very good independents, not the Lowrys or the Healy Rays or like that, but there's one or two independents in there. Even if you don't subscribe to their type of politics, I would suggest you join them anyway. I would say I'm kind of thinking urban. If you live in urban, join N2. If you live in rural, join Independent Ireland. Give them the 20 quid. Sign up and get active on their behalf to offer an alternative to the soft, low IQ Irish who will never be strong enough mentally to side with us. There's too many of them out there that they're too soft mentally to actually say we need to deport people. We need to stop bringing people in here. We need to close down the vape shops and the excess chippers and the excess barbers. There's millions of them. They're not going to want communism either, but they'll never say it out loud. So that'd be my suggestion. If enough people join the likes of Independent Ireland and N2, you can lobby them to take harder approaches on what's happening in the country. Again, it's not going to be what you want. It's not what you like. We're going to need another 10 years to build an actual proper staunch right-leaning political party. We're still in the weeding out process, believe it or not. We're still trying to get rid of the state plants, the agitators, the morons, the low IQ, the egomaniacs. That's still in the weeding process. There's, as well as the registered micro parties, there's about 7 other organizations working in the country, and none of them will talk to each other.
I think there's 17 parties at the minute, 18 parties at the minute. And somebody, I'm just going to go back to this now. Somebody commented earlier on about Captain Kelly and this new Reclaim Ireland party that they're supposed to have set up. Okay. It's nothing new. Reclaim Ireland, I was part of Reclaim Ireland in 2022. I merged Reclaim Ireland with Irish Freedom Party in 2022. So where they're going with the name, it's not a new name, it's not a new anything. Okay, so this was all part of what we did in 2022. And as I said, we merged with the IFP. And I think the only reason why they took this was to piss me off. But they're not pissing me off. I couldn't give a shit what these people do. These people are washed up. Like these people are gone in politics. Politics is not for these people because they've done so much dirt on the rest of us. So let's see how that little Reclaim Ireland party, and fair play to Miss McGuire for registering it. Thanks very much, Alico. Well done, good girl. So yeah, that's all I'll say on that. It's nothing new, and people are calling them out on Facebook and everywhere else. So good. Everyone's throwing money at land. Is this defeat, for fuck's sake? No, it's not defeat. As I said, I'd like a bit of land that we can defend ourselves, that we can call our own, and we can say, yeah, this is ours, get off it. You're not coming in here. There'll be no migrants anywhere near us. There'll be nothing anywhere near us. You know what I mean? And that's what I want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm old enough now. My kids are not going to live with me. They'll come down and stay with me in the mobile or whatever I have down there. But that's for me to live in. You know what I mean? Off-grid, it's the only way, because this digital currency is going to come in, lads, and anyone who's on social welfare or getting housing benefits or anything else will be cut off everything. If you don't comply with what the government the government tell you what to do. They could have a sneezing epidemic in 6 months' time or a year's time. The WHO will call it a pandemic and issue a sneezing vaccine, and you will have to take the sneezing vaccine. If you don't take it, you will lose all your... And look at who we have here, Commissioner Mann. Commissioner Mann was the man who oversaw what went on in China with the social credit scores and all the systems that you had in China of shutting people down and stopping. He's the man that did that. And now he's here on 268 grand a year. You think the man would get a new bleeding head for 268 grand now, I'm being honest with you. You're going around looking like that if you're on 268 grand a year. Come on, will you? Jesus, he's like Glug from the Mad comic, isn't he?
Yep.
Good morning. Yep. Good information, as Martin. Hang on, Yusuf Fasil. What's this? Good information, guys. Martin, in 2005, when I came to Ireland, I get more with my social allowance and children's allowance. In 21 years, I only think with 10% increase, 3-bedroom house and medical card. It's not fair. Sorry, yeah. That's someone taking the piss. Probably Yusuf Faisal. Yeah, listen. Fair play to you. You won't be getting it for much longer, mate. I fuck all to offer, but I have skills, plumber, roofer. Yes, we all have skills. I painter and decorator. I'm also an IT consultant, but can't get a job doing that anymore. You know what I mean? That's gone out the window. You know.
Hey, Paul. I used to manage huge teams of people in giant multinational companies. 24/7 operation, multi-site operations. Yeah, can't fucking do that anymore.
No, nothing like that. Like, you know, I was called in. You do these 1-to-1s every month with the social welfare. They bring you in for this. You know, you have your own officer, and she looks for a job for you. She gets you this done and gets you that done, and blah blah. Now, she's a lovely kid. Don't get me wrong. She's really good. But you get jobs. You go for these interviews, and then they tell you 2 days later, "Oh, listen, thanks, but no thanks." You know, after you get in the job and all. You know what I mean? And your woman is ringing you going, "Fair play, Paul. That's brilliant. You got the job." And then she rings you back. She goes, "For some reason, Paul, they just emailed me and said, no, you didn't need to start." So listen,
I got
that's
offered,
why you need to be off grid.
Yeah, I got offered after I left the last company for being, because Antifa essentially emailed every single managing director of the company globally about me being the big bad, far away, far right. But I got plenty of job offers after I left that company from people I've worked with before, because they know my worth. And I just said, look, I said, before we go any further, I said, you just need to stick my name into Google and see what kind of heat you're potentially taking on. And needless to say, the phone never rang again.
Of course,
it's like, hey, we know you're good, but you're not that good. We're not taking on that shit.
Yeah. You read this out to me. Okay, read it out. Okay. Oh, yes. I will now in a minute. Yeah, I will now in a minute. Pamela just said, now, and I agree with you, Pamela. No, we could have different communities throughout the country. We could grow foods, bees, chickens, all set. Anyone interested? I am interested. Yes, I am interested, because this is what needs to be done. You know what I mean? If someone, you'd have to be looking to see where you get land. As I said, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be prime land. It doesn't have to be anywhere near Dublin, you know, or anywhere near cities.
Well, tunnels
just needs to be off grid.
Do you watch Chloe on TikTok? And
she's brilliant. Blooms and greens and blooms.
Yeah,
she's brilliant.
That's all you need. You just need the tunnels.
She's brilliant, and I'm sure she'd help you get started. I'm sure she would. She's a good kid. She's really, there's just something about her. She's heavenly, or you know, she is. She's just a beautiful kid. You know what I mean? That does all the good things. You know, it's very hard to find people like that. You know. But yeah, I'd be interested. Yes, I would, Pamela. Yes, Pamela Doyle. Paul, when are we meeting in person? Hey, when are you coming to Dublin? Or if there's something on somewhere else that we can all meet at, yeah, I'd love to all meet. I'd love to meet up and discuss this and put a plan in operation. So if you can, contact me, 089 203 1526. That's that one. Or you'll get me on my own number, 089 406 5986. You'll get me on that too. Now, I don't want loads of mad bastards ringing me on my number now tomorrow.
You're going to get all that. You're going to get all that. Paul, you're going to get all this now at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Dublin says no. Graham Carey is a legend. We could badly deal with him now. Yeah, Graham Carey was before his time. Graham called this all out 4 years ago in East Wall, and he was laughed at and told to get off the stage. I'm all for Graham Carey. I am all for Graham Carey. I couldn't actually get into the court the other day, but when he's up again, I will go in and see. I actually want to have a chat with him. I don't know whether he's allowed to do interviews or what he's allowed to do. You know what I mean? He's like, let's be honest about it. Graham was the first one they banned off social media for speaking up against the government. You know what I mean? He was banned from protests. And like, I was in Finglas the night of the standoff. You know what I mean? When he was arrested. Like, honestly, Finglas was a powder keg waiting to go that night. And I'm not messing, Martin. He had about 100 of them in vans down here, right? And 100 up there. And we were outside the Garda station. It was like a Mexican standoff. And they were moving closer and closer. But when you moved over to the Garda station, there was about 200 of them in the back with all the gear on them. Like, you know what I mean? You were just waiting to come out and do it. But it didn't happen. People were talked down and the whole lot, but they were ready to go that night. You know what I mean? But as I said, Graham was one of the first to speak out about it. And I'd like to do an interview with him. I really would. So I will try and reach out to him. Well, lads, why not all Irish move to Afghanistan? Good weather in Camels. Oh, yeah, but we moved there. We have to live by their rules and their laws. So, yeah. I suppose we're here and we're living by their rules and their laws, so it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? The doll is a shit show. No use to anyone. Yes, I agree. Martin just told us earlier, Orla's having a break, having a Kit Kat. She's right, yeah. Worcester, Eileen says.
Yeah, it has to be done. You have to step away from this every now and then. Because if you don't, you go nuts. And Orla, you've no idea the amount of work she does between traveling around the country. She's branched out into Tipperary now, doing loads of Tipperary ads. She's on the road the whole time. She's editing. She's run off her feet, like absolutely run off her feet.
She is.
But her work rate is absolutely fantastic. And her videos are great. And the amount of positivity that woman creates online and for the businesses that she visits is absolutely fantastic. So give her a bit of it. Bula boss. Well done, Orla.
Yeah, well done, Orla.
And enjoy your few nights off.
She's not the boss.
But you have to come back soon.
Come back soon when you're well. Get well soon, Orla.
You're just starting controversy now. What's wrong with Orla?
No, the case for me is I speak the truth and stand my ground. We have power. Stop being defeated. We need to be strong. I agree with you, Pamela. I agree with you. And kebab shops. Yeah, you know, I'd love to live in a community of probably 12 or 15 people, like, you know, and we have our barbecues and we have our crack and you could build a little swimming pool. Like, I'm really looking at the bigger picture here on this one. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to leave there. You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake, Paul. You want to fucking retire to Benidorm. That's what you want.
No, I want to retire. I just want to retire somewhere where I can fucking get my head down and enjoy life.
You lost me at swimming pool. I know what you want now. You want to live in one of those kind of gated retirement communities over in Benidorm, you know?
No.
You just
I
go on
want
the gargle
to
every
gate,
day.
all right. My mate Tommy the Traveller would give us his caravan. I'm going to be honest, lads. I've been looking at it. You get a 3-bed mobile home. It's not brand new. It's probably 20 years old. You get them for $5,000. This is 3 bedrooms, lads. You have a sitting room, a kitchen, fireplace, 3 beds, a bathroom. What more do you bloody want? A bit of decking around it. You may as well be in Benidorm. You know what I mean? Absolutely. When the alarming thing is that's nice, I would like to say that's the way to do it. Understand the coded word I'm using you. Okay. I joined ad per you suggestion. Yeah. Did you join Shin and Adina? Is that what you said? Ad. Pamela Doyle. They JQV. What the fuck? They have meetings once a week. Okay, who are you talking about, Pamela? I joined A2, is it AD? What's
No,
AD?
I
don't know
joined
what
as per your suggestion. It's probably meant to say. I
but
joined
who
as
did you
per your
join?
suggestion. Yeah.
Okay. They have meetings once a week. Captain Kelly is full of bullshit. Listen, everybody knows what Captain Kelly is. Martin is away with the fairies. You're only copping onto that now. Martin, I said on the last stream that I'm blue in the face from saying join an established political party and build from their established network. Study how Collins worked. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed,
Nirvana,
100%.
there's so many of them right culture have disconnected from our past and what it's taken to get here as people and our freedom to save the world and become a minority. Pamela Doyle, all the expats in the US, Canada, and Australia care and they are awake.
They are, yeah.
I don't vote. Well,
I
then,
just,
if you don't vote,
just the
Dublin John,
American question.
Martin, I'll
I've
help.
seen-
I'm in Limerick. I'll support.
Sound. I'm only down the road from you.
Yeah. How will I get a poll up here? Can I stick a poll? No, I can't. Can we do a poll here? Let me just see. Banner. It's media assets. Just looking here because there's loads of stuff you can do here on the side. You know what I mean? Widgets.
Oh, there's new widgets. I never saw them.
Yeah, that's the QR code. Oh, new poll. What's this poll? Where do I
click the
put
widget.
this now? Hang on. What would the poll be? Would you be willing? Would you be willing to what? How would you put this? Would you be willing to what? Contribute to and live.
The Woodlander Initiative is coming to Conway's farm in summer. They're buying land and building cabins off grid. Okay, I'll have a look
There
into
you go.
that.
Good man.
Graham called out the corruption of the two-tier justice system, lack of care for women and children being raped and butchered. Family no walk in the park. It's hard work. It is bloody hard work, but you feel good after it. Not sure if you know these. There's Ferg there. All right, Ferg. Evening all, late to the party. See you in the morning, Paula. Graham will be there too. You can chat to him then. Everything will be all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end. God bless.
Well done,
Stuff,
yeah.
Ferg.
Would you be willing to contribute and live on a few
There,
days?
Paul. There's a lad to bring to the commune straight away.
Yes, he's a man we all need. Yeah. I know I've a few people picked for this commune already that I know have great skills. You know what I mean?
Martin said to join another party. I'm just saying, political solution-wise, if you still believe in politics, aim to independent Ireland, get behind them, lobby them to get your voice heard, and people like your voice heard. But you have to join in mass. That's it. There's no nationalist movement there that can make a political dent. It's all too toxic. Nobody's stayed clean, and the media made sure of it. And then there's a lot of bad actors in there, people. Okay, there's a lot of bad actors. So it's taken me a long time to come to the realization that we can't do this politically from our standpoint or our point of view, because the Irish mentality is too soft to take a hard line on anything. It's just it's not in us, the majority of us. So yeah, politically, that's the route to go. Like I said, there's a weeding out process. You just everybody knows who the bad people are at this stage. They need to be put on the ignore list. They need to be wiped off social media, as in just ignore them. Don't like or share anything. You know they're bad people and they've disrupted unity and nationalism. Just put them on the ignore list. Starve them of attention, because a lot of these people, that's all they want is attention.
Yeah, it's true. Would you be willing to contribute to buy a few acres if we all pulled in? Yes, I would. No, not a hope, or maybe.
How do you vote on it?
I don't know. And just listen, I don't bleed now. Can you see it there? That's what I'm saying.
I can see it all right, yeah.
It's in the chat, but it goes into the chat, apparently. I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. People just type 1, 2, or 3 in chat, and that's to vote. So just somebody want to test that and just put a 3 into the chat and see if we get if a vote registers.
I will.
I don't know. Can you vote because you created?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's how it works. Yeah, there you go.
Nice, yeah.
That's how it is. 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. It's a few coming in there. Lovely lads. Keep it going there. Throw them in there. Yes, I would. Well, then it's number 1, Mary. Number 1.
Oh, do you know what?
Jesus, they're flying it.
We're
not a hope. Not a hope. Maybe. What?
We're gonna have deadly fun with this.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah, I knew I seen it popping up last week. You know what I mean? Yeah, it popped up last week.
We're gonna have deadly fun with this. Wait, I'm gonna do a poll on Sunday. Is Orla in charge or is Paul in charge?
Make sure you all vote number 1 Fitzsimons. Number 1.
You mean Punjab Fitzsimons?
We won't tell anybody about that yet, but that is genius. Genius.
Punjab,
a few people have seen it.
Hey, listen. I think
Panjim.
Panjim Fitzsimons.
Panjim. Yeah.
We have to do it.
How do I vote on Facebook? Okay. I'll tell you what, Mary. I'll put it in for you there. Number 1.
No, just it's working on Facebook as well. Yeah, it's working on everything. Yeah, I can see the Facebook ones coming through. Yeah, I can see Facebook ones coming through. I can see YouTube ones coming through. I can't see any from X, so I don't think it works on X.
Yeah, I think X is different with this. Facebook works better with interacting with stuff. The X doesn't. I've seen that before. I'm a chef, was head chef in various hotels in Ireland and worked in Mayfair for a good while. Lager, not a bother. It's easy but cloudy and 6% at the least. 6%? Boom! Shakalak! I like it already.
Cloudy beer.
And we have a Michelin star chef living in the commune. What? It'll be like bleeding going to what you call it. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Your volume's gone very low, Paul.
It's gone low now, has it?
Yeah.
Is it low now?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Chris Bourne overwhelmingly in favour of Orla. Block that Chris Bourne fella there. Get rid of him. Yeah. Paul, lol. Yeah. Makes me sick to think the trailers won't pay for their treason. They will pay if one of us gets. Paul, I text you on your phone. Yeah, who's that? Dublin one on a bike. Let me see. Paul, what's this now? Hold on. Chickens. Well done. Paul, don't leave. Paul, you don't know to leave us. I'm in the middle of Ballier here. Spuds, carrots, onions, and the front, and chickens in the back. Look at this. Someone just sent this in there. Hang on, I just shared it. This is in Ballyfermot, guys. Yeah, Ballier. Look, chickens. Look at that. Potatoes and the polytunnel. Look, that's Ballyfermot. Look, that's in the front garden. Fair play to you, man. Fair play, honestly. It's easily done.
Well done. Well done.
Drew Cook is a bartender and a waiter and a good photographer too. So Jesus Christ, man, the amount of people coming and I can fix your computers if they break.
Fantastic photographer.
Yeah, imagine that, Paul. I'm far right. Get me out here. Paul, we need 25k. It's 40k for 10 acres. I 15k. Lads, I think we could do this over the coming weeks if it's 40k for 10 acres. I think we could. Even if 8 people put in $5,000 each. And then you'd have $5,000 then for your mobile home, or you could build a log cabin, or you'd have your plot. You know what I mean? You'd have your acre. You know what I mean? You'd get an acre each, and then probably 2 acres then you could use for food. And so I'm just throwing that out there, lads. You know what I mean? And I think it's a great idea. I really do. Michelin star chef can't compete. I'm sacked before we start. Yeah, I heard you were good. I seen. I heard you do a mean Shepherd's Boy. Build your own Jonestown. Yeah. Could call it the Irish column.
Do you know what Jonestown was, Paul?
No, I didn't know. What's Jonestown?
That's where they all drank the Kool-Aid to be taken away on the spaceship.
Oh, okay.
There was a cult. Yeah, they fucking all killed themselves, drank the poison Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
No,
let's not do that.
We're not
no
doing,
Kool-Aid
yeah,
allowed in the cults.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Lads and lassies, have you seen the videos of the ex-provost saying it how it is? Sinn Féin are traitors to all the volunteers that died. Sinn Féin should be ashamed, but they feel no shame, people. These people need to contact us and join us, and let's move on, you know. Flame chef, I'm a chef too. I've 3,000. Lads, this is bleeding great. I'm not going to tell you how much I have because I just can't talk about that. We can talk in private, you know. I've no money to put to this, lads. I've no money. What?
You know what the media did to Mike? You know what the media did to Michael McCarthy because of his the GoFundMe? You're going to be on the front page of the Sons of the World. You know, Paul Fitzsimon's scams.
Yeah. What was your man's name? Waco. What was his name? The Waco. Fucking. What was that fella's name?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Waco. I forget what his name was.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? Right. So the whole CG Waco thing, right? The claim was that it was a fucking sex cult and he was a kiddie fiddler and all that kind of stuff. Now that may have been true, but knowing what you know now, what like you just don't know.
David Koresh.
David Koresh. That's it. Yeah. But like they could have been people just trying to get out of the fucking system, and the government wouldn't let them. Like we just don't know anymore. We don't know what's true.
Yeah. How many has voted on that? Does it tell us how many has voted?
Let me get under there.
I'm just seeing there. Does it? Hang on.
I have to zoom in. The eyes are better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not showing me how many voted. 20. Yeah, it did. 20 voted. 20 voted yes. 8 voted maybe. So 28. So like 71% said yes, they would. So that's 20. We could buy 20 acres here, lads, out with them 20 people. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just thinking outside the box here, guys. You know what I mean? Chickens, you'd have fresh eggs, you'd rashers, sausages, pudding. Oh, listen, man, this could be, could open your own little greasy spoon cafe and everything there in it. You know what I mean? And
you know, that's what I actually... You know, that's what I actually wanted to do when I was a youngster. That's all. There was a place in Tralee called the Snackery. It's still there. It's slightly different now, but I just wanted to open that. It was just literally a hot plate behind him. And you went in there and you got your coffee and he cooked your breakfast in front of you. And that was it. And I just said, that's what I want to do with my life. And I actually went into chef, and I was a chef for years, but before I went into to management. But I'd do that. I'd be quite happy to just work a grill all day, just fucking cook fucking burgers and sausages and fucking fry eggs, and you know, naturally
we can build a main house and separate spaces. No main houses. You all get allocated your 1 acre, and you do what you want on your acre. You know what I mean? Don't want the 6-bedroom gaff there. You know what I mean? And you know.
No, that'd be just it'd be a shed. that'll be a communal dining area. Do you know what I mean? Like a big fucking,
Yeah.
a bit like a big barn where
Yeah.
everybody goes to eat together and fucking, you have
Yeah,
your
yeah.
shindigs, you have your barn dance there.
Yeah. Dave Daly, hi Paul and Martin, independent or and Kieran Malooly abstaining from voting for mass deportations across Europe. Yeah.
Listen, this is what I'm saying to you. You're never going to get perfection. It doesn't exist. You're never going to get exactly what you want. I'm just telling you that looking for a nationalist government before 2030, it's not going to happen. I'm in it. I've seen it. I've crunched the numbers. I've met the people. I've met everybody. It's not going to happen. But if you want to nudge the ship in a direction you want, you have lobbying power. If people join into an independent Ireland in mass, I'm not asking you to believe in them. I'm not asking you to sell your soul to them. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm asking you to lobby them. Lobby them through the mass of opinion. And you can nudge policy and you can nudge ideas. You can plant ideas. This is the biggest thing. You can plant simple little ideas and somebody up the ranks can take it as their idea. And what about it? Who cares? As long as we get the country fixed. That is the only political solution. There's no, we're not having a revolution. It's not there. There's a few head the balls around the country, all right, that are good to go, and there's a few people locked and loaded and stuff like that. But that's what they're head the balls. They don't have a plan. They don't have a standing army. Lots of people claiming they're doing this, that, and the other. It's all waffle. It's all bullshit on Telegram and bullshit on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
It's all it's nonsense. Like, step away, get your food security, get your family secure, build your community, and if you still believe in politics, start nudging the people that have. I think of 2 sitting TDs. Independent Ireland have 4 sitting TDs, and there's a smattering of decent independents as well. Get behind them, push them, nudge them for policy, nudge them for harsher policies on immigration, nudge them for harsher policies on what it means to be an indigenous citizen versus a fake citizen, or whatever term you want to use. Nudge. Don't bring any of the insanity. Don't bring any of the extreme hard right stuff, because they won't listen. They'll just tell you to fuck off and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bring reasonable common sense that will help the majority even a little bit. And that's pretty much it. And I know there's a lot of people going to go, "Oh, you're softening your." No, I'm being pragmatic, and I want to spend my energy on something that will actually make a difference. You know, we've tried this. What does Einstein says? Or what's
the definition of madness is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Yeah,
you have to adapt. You have to adapt. You have to adapt.
Yeah.
The hard right will never ever be allowed to grow. They'll allow a little bit of it, and they'll allow some controlled hard right, because the papers need somebody to point at. They need a big bad boogeyman. But they will never let an actual sophisticated, well-run, right-leaning Conservative Party grow, because they know what will be the end.
I don't know what Fionnuala is saying there. There still has to be overall agreement, not splinter groups. Is this about the communal, or is this? Most of all, I would love the community and looking out for each other. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
There's 10 people in it. 10 people have the exact same say as the next person. You know what I mean? There's no leaders. There's no anything. You come in there, you put your few quid up front, and we all look out for each other. I am game for that. I am up for that. I really am.
I like that. This looks like the government. Just put up that comment there.
What was it?
Yeah, it looks like the government have beaten you lot already. I'm always saying it, and I love interacting with these comments. Show me your plan. Show me your plan. Put it out in public. Allow me to scrutinize it. Have a debate with me on your plan. If your plan is better than mine, I'm going to throw my plan in the bin. And I'm going to say, right, I now work for you. Tell me what to do. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me a better plan than we've been able to come up with.
Exactly.
I'm still waiting.
Exactly. Nobody has. Yeah, nobody has.
Show me your plan. Show me your plan. And I swear to God, I swear to everybody watching here, you show me your plan. Let me scrutinize it. Let me read it. Let me see it from top to bottom. Publicize it. And if it's better than anything I've come up with, I will work for you. hand on heart. Simple as. And I've said this from day one. No one's shown me a better plan. Not one person has put paper in front of me and said, I think this is better than yours. Do you want to have a debate about it? Not one person. Not one person from any of the micro-political parties, from any other organization. No one has ever come to me and said, let's have I want you to step out. And I've said it. I will step out of the way. I get out of the way. Or I'll work for you. No one ever has. I'm still waiting. Rant over. Thank you for indulging me.
Yes, no problem. Chris, let's start finding a spot. Lol, I'm going to be looking for somewhere tomorrow around the country. I don't care. I am. You know, I really
Aren't
am.
they selling a huge parcel of mountain land in Wicklow for 1.7
It's a river.
million?
It's a river running through it.
Oh yeah, of course there is.
Ferg Power. I have €2, a homemade. I stand with Enoch board and a cuddly toy. Where will my plot be, Paolo? Good night and God bless everyone. Christ is King and goodbye. You're welcome down there anytime, Ferg. Wherever my plot is, mate, your plot is there too. You can come and stay with me. That's no problem.
Good stuff. That's very good.
I have a boy up here. I'm helping him. He's 2 massive greenhouses up and a good 5 acres to walk off. Lovely. You have to try. I would have a go at that. The Irish Column and Leitrim. We be a unit. Plus my nan was a Fitzsimons, so we're probably related. Hey, what more do you want? Well, you can't beat the game if it's rigged, like the government putting the world ahead of us. But if we rig our own game, we can beat it, you know? We all need an all-Ireland hurling team. That's my idea and a plan. Yeah. I'll join the army. Ferg, I've 50 cent more. You've 50 cent more than me. Stop bragging. Yes, Martin, from Millions. Listen, lads, I could have won the lotto. Listen, if I won the lotto, I'll buy 100 acres and we can all just move into it. I don't care. I'll pay for it. Trust me. I'll even put the houses on it, you know?
You see the lotto? Do you see the lotto are trying to lobby government to stop you being allowed to gamble on the lotto numbers in the bookies. It's just everything is so fucking corrupt. Like the government sold the lotto to a private fucking company, and that private company isn't making enough money now because enough people aren't doing it. You get better odds in the bookies, and you get a better return. So they're lobbying government now to make it illegal to bet on the lotto numbers in the bookies. This is the power of the lobby. This is people need to understand this. Lobbying is power. This is how NGOs are running the country. This is how lefties are running the country. They get funding from government, then they lobby government for more funding, and then they get big enough that they can lobby government for policy. We were too blunt at the start. We were a blunt tool. We were just a big rod of iron swinging madly when all of this started. We need to get smarter, and we need to understand the enemy, and we need to start using their methods and their tools. We should have an NGO set up. We should have a nationalist NGO, and fuck it, we'll stick all the pride flags out. We'll jump through every single hoop just to rob some of that tax money back that we can actually put to good use in our communities. That's something else that we need to talk about and get together on. Smart people, no egos, filled with courage and humility. Get 10, 12 people in a room, start an NGO, apply for government funding. You're going to have to jump through all the hoops and do all the flag stuff and all that. What about it? Get funding in and then funnel that into something that you believe in that is actually going to help people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, The Art of War, Chris. The Art of War. Really short
I want
book.
to finish up with... I'm not going to do any vaccines tonight. But I do want to finish up with this Daniel Ramwarty. This is the man who was given the, the TD gave the thing in the court to say that he was a great man and this, that, and the other. I'm just going to go. This is the actual one from Virgin Media, so I'll play that and then I'll pull down the other one.
Daniel Ramamurthy, who was convicted of sexual exploitation of a boy.
Co-founders of Treehouse. What is Treehouse, Chris? We are Ireland's first multidisciplinary.
It's something that's taking the world by storm at the moment. It has yet to get any real traction in Ireland.
Peer mentoring, the office hours, learning from each other, even the culture.
My name is Jim Glennon. I'm a member of the advisory board of Treehouse, have been since the group came together. In a very short period of time, everybody in business in Ireland will know about Treehouse and will know about it for all positive reasons rather than negatives.
Former Fianna Fáil TD Jim Glennon confirms he submitted a character reference for Daniel Ramamurthy, who was convicted of sexual exploitation of a boy. He submitted a character reference for Daniel Ramamurthy, a former government advisor who was convicted last year of the sexual exploitation of a 13-year-old boy in 2017. Ramamurthy lost an appeal against the severity of a 2-year and 4-month sentence imposed on him in March last year. Mr. Glennon said today in a statement that it had been an error of judgment, and he offered an unreserved apology to the victim and to their family. Well, our political correspondent Barry Lenihan joins us now in studio. Barry.
Political pressure to bear over the last 2 weeks, Kate, for this former politician to reveal themselves. We now know it's Jim Glennon, as you say, the former Fianna Fáil TD for Dublin North between 2002 and 2007, a former Irish rugby international as well. This, of course, coming to light in the appeal court when Daniel Ramamurthy was appealing his sentence, the judge saying it was extraordinary that the vile nature of the crimes or the victim were never mentioned in these character references. But Mr. Glennon saying he intends now to write to the family and their victim that he was, quote, extremely naive and wrong to write this letter, and he's now to resign from all positions he currently holds.
Yeah, only when you get caught, isn't it?
Yeah, but waiting to see who this guy really is and what he has done. This is Daniel Ramamurthy. I applied for my dream job to be a consultant. Watch this.
I applied for my dream job to be a consultant, but I heard no. I applied for more, and I heard no. So I applied for consulting jobs in other industries. I heard no. I applied for consulting jobs that required less qualifications. The situation was dire. Whatever the next opportunity, I would say yes. And a dear friend of mine calls me and says, can you volunteer as an investor to a bunch of 12-year-old girls who've been working on a business idea for 24 hours? So I humbly said yes. And I Googled, what is an investor? What does an investor do? What clothes do they wear? And I was the best fake investor those little girls had ever seen. And that evening, I got a curious phone call from one of the dads. Because of you, my little girl believes that she can be an entrepreneur. Could you come to my company, a media business, and motivate my staff? Note the irony. He wanted an unemployed guy to come in and motivate the employed people. A couple weeks later, I got a message from the print side of the media business saying, Dan, you're very accomplished. I didn't tell them that in the last year, my only accomplishments was a fake investor to 12-year-old girls and an amateur motivator. They said, could you write an article? My qualification for that? None. And thanks to Google, I wrote something beautiful. And nothing prepared me for the call that came next. Because then a real investor from the real Dragon's Den of Ireland called me and said, Dan, I read your article. And he said that he had been selected to be the chairperson of a 7-person advisory board. He wanted me to be one of 7 advisors to the Minister of Jobs, Enterprise, Innovation, putting recommendations that became the national policy on entrepreneurship signed by the Prime Minister. That day is when everything changed. And as I started adapting to the opportunities, well, instead of consulting a company, I ended up consulting a nation, affecting millions of jobs and billions in GDP.
I would now ask Mr. Sean O'Sullivan to make his presentation to the meeting.
And they talk specifically about entrepreneurs that are outside of the typical business sense. Pirates, slum dwellers are also entrepreneurs. In many ways, the obstacles do define the entrepreneur. I think with these recommendations, what we're trying to do is to recognize the value that entrepreneurs provide in economy organically and grassroots from a bottom-up approach rather than a top-down approach. And there have been conversations from departments about should we create a portal, a website, and I've been part of some of those conversations.
Yeah. What a scumbag. And this man has been let into the government. He's been advising the government and the whole lot. Like, you know. Sickening. Quick question, Paul. Just a quick question. I have joined up to Patreon. Does that help the show, or do you just need Revolut? Many thanks. No, you sign up to the Patreon. That's Gale Force Media, so it all goes to the same place. You know, just all it does is pays for the show and whatever else we need to do. That's all. Thanks very much for that. Fair play to you, Christine. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Martin. What were you saying?
I was just saying it's almost like the people in government intentionally seek out these people. It's like they're looking for people like them. You know, they can sense each other or smell each other or something like that. You know, creeps attract creeps. Yeah, it's look. It's this thing about power, isn't it? That the people attracted to it are again. I go back to the start of the show. They're not the same as us. They're not the same as us.
No. John Flynn, I was out having a smoke there. Chemtrails still spraying now on a positive. It's a beautiful moon. Yeah, if you can, well, you can still see it. But I took pictures the other day. I done a video the other day of X's and O's, lads, and squiggly ones. And I watched the video yesterday. I watched the video yesterday. A bloke done Leeds last Monday, and you seen the plane on the radar. One, and you could see it just circling around Leeds, and then Leeds was covered in bleed, and it was wet all that day. It's mad.
Well, it's also a fact. It's there. The information is there. The papers are there. The government documents are there. We know what's happening.
Yeah.
Right, Paul. I'm going to call it a night because.
Yes, I'm going to do it myself now in a minute, mate. That's what I'm just getting me shit together here.
Let that baby roar.
I will indeed,
Right.
Martin. Thanks very much. Cheers, bro. Talk to you later. Night, God bless. Fair play to Martin for joining me there. And I have to say that 2 hours and 6 minutes has flew through. Yeah, useful idiots, Martin. I'll just go down here, Yeah. Don't worry, John Dublin lad. Jans will refrain to the sheep. But yeah, good night, everyone. Good night, Christine. Fair play to you for tuning in. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. And as I say every night, I'll just put this in here as well, just again, just to see does anyone want to buy coffee. I'll put it in here to the comments, and thank you very much for everyone. You can see the Revolut's up there in the corner. It's up on the right hand corner there for anyone who wants to do the Revolut. Fair play to everyone. Thank you again for tuning in this evening. And as I said, I'm in court in the morning, so please God, everything will be okay. So thank you very much. And like I say, every night when we're leaving here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.